Hello, everyone. My guest today is Brennan Dunn. He's the founder of Double Your Freelancing and helps teach over 50,000 freelancers and agencies how to earn more money and work with better clients. He's also the co-founder of RightMessage, a software company that helps bring on-site personalization to the masses. Brennan, are you ready to take us to the top?
I am. What's up, Nathan?
All right. So is this the trend we see? I've seen this all the time. Successful agency realizes the same need across many customers, builds a software product, and now you have a great agency and a growing software product. Are you in that pattern?
Not with the agency anymore. So I started with my agency in 2008. I exited that in 2011 to start another software company called PlanScope. I sold that in 2016. And Double Your Freelancing is what I did in between. And that's not an agency, that's info products. And then I started RightMessage late last year.
Okay, so give me a sense of kind of where your head was at when you launched the company. In other words, in 2016, that exit, I mean, was that a meaningful financial event for you? You're set for life, so you can go take big risks, or give me quantify.
No, it was a six-figure exit. It wasn't huge, right? Our PlanScope never did that well, but it was my first kind of adventure into software. So what did well was the training business. So I started writing content to try to get people to use PlanScope. But then that content led to courses, which did better financially than PlanScope. So I exited PlanScope so I could focus on the courses.
Which was Double Your Freelancing.
Yep.
Okay. And give me I don't want to spend too much time on the info product side of things, but there are many people that have built very successful SaaS companies on top of info product businesses. I think of Lead Pages and ClickFunnels and these kinds of things. So what were you actually selling? Was it via Udemy or Thinkific or your own courses? What were you selling?
It's my own courses. They were basically video and text courses on pricing and marketing and everything for freelancers on running the business side of things. So that's always done well. Where RightMessage kind of emerged from, which is my latest thing, was I started doing a lot of on-site personalization depending on what kind of freelancer you were, what kind of work you do, the stage of your business, and so on. And that worked really well. And that's what led to the current software business.
Okay, so RightMessage. Tell me what the company does. Is it a pure play SaaS company or not?
It is. It's just a software company, and what we do is we make it so we tap into your email marketing app or CRM and allow you to do on-site changes based off information that you have about somebody. So if they're a customer, don't promote the sign up, get them to upgrade or something like that when they're back on your site.
It's interesting. You're using the email as the identifier versus like a cookie or something else. Is that a big difference?
Well, we use the email as an identifier if we know who you are. If you're anonymous, then all we have is who sent you to the site, where did you land originally, and we use that data. But once you become known, we merge that with things like tag or custom field data that you have in your backend.
I see. And what do customers pay on average per month for this?
It's between $99 and $299.
Okay, but would you say 99 is a fair average across your base?
Average ARPU is 144 at the moment.
Okay, you know your numbers. You're a data guy. What other numbers do you have? Yeah. Anything else?
It's all on Barometrics. It's open. It's at rightmessage.barometrics.com. Yeah, we launched in January. We're just about 20,000 MRR. Okay. So in about 3.5 months, we've done much better than PlanScope ever did.
That's good.
So yeah, we're growing 30-40% a month now, and happy with it.
And by the way, if I take 20 grand divided by 144, the ARPU, you have about 140 clients.
150 something, yeah.
150. Okay, good. And then where's most of that growth coming from?
Most of it is direct sales. So we're still kind of ramping up the inbound channels, but right now most of it is doing sales calls and closing people on the spot.
How can you afford though to put that kind of touch, a sales call on a $150 a month product? If it doesn't scale, it's tough to scale that.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to keep doing, unless it's for more enterprise gigs, we're not going to be doing high touch sales. But at this point, we're learning a lot about what people need. We're learning the language they use. And it's getting us case studies from the kind of companies we want that are easily promotable and so on. So it's one of those things you do that don't scale.
Yeah, but you get three things out of it though right now, so it makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Walk me through churn. What's your churn monthly?
Churn right now is about 5%. So it's average, I guess.
That's gross monthly logo churn?
That's user churn, yeah. Revenue churn fluctuates a lot, but it's a little higher. It's like 8 or 9%, I think.
And when people leave, why are they leaving? That's a pretty fair churn rate for your ARPU, but when they leave, why do they?
Honestly, it's mostly because people signed up when we had our launch promo, haven't done anything with it. It's just not a priority for them, which is one of the reasons why we're pumping out a lot of case studies to try to show them basically the opportunity they're missing out on by not doing this.
Yeah. And then you said you launched this back, how many months ago?
January 23rd. So
you launched it this year, 2018.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. And then walk me through funding history. Are you bootstrapping this or have you raised?
No, we raised $500,000. So we raised from early customers along with some of the companies we integrate with, like ConvertKit, Lead Pages, Drip, and so on.
Oh, good. Did Nathan and all the, Clay, all those guys invested?
Nathan, not Clay, but the new CEO of Lead Pages, John Tedesco. Rob Walling invested too. So we had about 10 people, I think, invest, 10 companies invest.
That's really smart to get those kinds of people because they all become partners, right?
Yeah, and we integrate with them. So it makes sense for them strategically to, or for us at least, to work with them financially because it makes them more likely to promote us.
Are you doing any direct spend yet? Like, do you have a CAC yet or no?
No, we're not doing any paid acquisition or anything at the moment.
What about team today? Anyone directly focused on sales besides you?
We have Data, who's works with me on growth. So he kind of does sales, but he also does, like, we're doing a lot of content, guest posting, podcasting, and so on. So just the two of us, really. Okay.
So 2 people full-time right now. You own 100% of the company?
No, I own half the company. I have a co-founder who's the technical co-founder, Shai.
So there's 3 of you then?
No, Dana's an employee.
No, sorry. I mean 3 total teammates. You, the CTO, and Dana.
Oh, no, we have 8 people.
Oh, 8 people total. Got it. Okay, good. And where are you guys all based?
All over. Most in the US. We have 1 in Canada, 1 in the UK, and 1 in Australia. The rest are US based.
Okay, look, that's healthy. And then, are you looking or actually using things like lifetime value yet to actually guide the business, or is it just, it doesn't mean enough to you yet?
I mean, at this point, LTV fluctuates so greatly. It's between 2,000 to 3,000 right now, says Barometrics. So we're not really, right now, we're just focused on really intimately understanding why people pay us and how do we then incorporate that into our marketing. So we're definitely still learning about, what the different channels what channels are working. One of the issues that we have is we build a platform first, which you can literally change anything on your site given any condition. And the issue we're having is there's a lot of education that needs to go into teaching people how to do this because they're not switching from another competitor. They haven't done this before. They've never personalized their website. So the sales cycle is a little more interesting because we need to educate people about what to do with it. And it's like kind of like email marketing back in the mid 2000s where no one really had done it, right?
It's very tricky too, because whenever you have infinite choices in terms of what should I show a customer who visited 3 days ago and churned 6 months ago, you literally have a different thought process, like funnel for every potential view. And that can get very complex quickly.
Right, which is why we just rolled out a week and a half ago something called Right Bar, which is a bit like Hello Bar or Sumo Smart Bar. But the difference is it shows a different sticky welcome bar depending on where somebody's in your funnel. So you could say if they're anonymous, get them on my list. If they're on my list, get them to buy the early or the entry level product. If they bought that, get them to buy the premium product and so on. So when they come back to your site, depending on where they're in their sales funnel, you can target different call to actions to them.
Interesting. When you raised the capital, did you do it on a note or did you sell equity?
We raised through a safe round, it's called, I guess, which is like, So we haven't actually sold equity yet, but I think if there's a liquidation event, that's where it kicks in.
Yeah. What cap did you negotiate out of curiosity?
$4 million.
Okay, that's not bad. That's great. And then when was that? How long ago?
It was back in October. Okay. And it took about a week. No pitch deck or anything. They were all friends of mine, so I just really emailed them and did it that way.
When do you go out and raise more money soon, or what are you waiting for? What's the thing you're looking for?
We're aiming to be profitable out of the gate. So we profitable out of the gate. So we're not looking to jump from the different to Series A or anything like that.
Yeah.
I've traditionally bootstrapped everything I've done. So we run the company like bootstrappers, but we fund strapped, as Rob Walling puts it.
Yeah, I was about to say they're all friends, so you have patient kind of investors. But like once you raise even a dime of capital, just the economics change. But if you can keep everyone patient, it doesn't matter, right? You can run it for life and have a lifestyle business.
Yeah, I mean we're making this we're more in the model of, say, the trajectory. We want to be more like a ConvertKit in the sense that profitable from the beginning. Did
he raise?
Not looking to. No, he didn't.
Yeah.
He self-funded through his info products.
Yeah.
So we did raise. We were going to bootstrap, but our first customer was Teachable, and Ankur reached out saying, "I want the product faster. Can you raise some money and build the team out quicker?" So one of the reasons we did raise was we're early in the market. No one else is really doing this, and we needed the technical talent backing it. So
that makes sense. Very good. Let's wrap up here, Brennan, with the famous 5. Number 1, what's your favorite business book?
Favorite business book? Selling the Invisible probably was the one that.
Number 2, is there a CEO you're following or studying?
I like David Cancel of Drift a lot. I follow a lot of what he's saying.
Number 3, what's your favorite online tool for building your business besides your own?
Online tool. I'm really liking, it's not really building the business, but Notion is a really nice way of replacement for us for Google Docs.
Notion.ai?
Yeah. I think .ai or .io, I think, or something.
But it replaces Google Docs.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a wiki style thing for the.
Number 4, how many hours of sleep do you get every night?
8 or 9. About.
Okay, that's good. And what's your situation? Married, single, you have kiddos?
Separated.
Okay.
So I have two kids.
Oh, that's great. Are they young? Are they still at home or are they off?
They're 6 and 9. So they're still kind of, the 9-year-old thinks she's a teenager. The 6-year-old is definitely still a kid.
And how old are you?
I'm 33.
33. Last question. What do you wish your 20-year-old self knew?
Loaded question. What do I wish my 20-year-old self? Probably would have stayed in college. I dropped out. Kind of wish I would have probably stuck with it a few more years, but yeah.
Guys, there you have it from Brennan, a rare answer on an entrepreneur podcast. He would have stayed in college back in the day. But anyways, went through an info product, big success there. Exited one of his first companies for 6 figures. Now in 2018 here in January, launched RightMessage, basically helping you personalize your website based off email triggers and email campaigns. He used it to his advantage to raise $500,000 from some of the bigger email marketing players. They now have got over 150 customers paying, call it $150 a month, past $20,000 in monthly recurring revenue, 5% gross logo churn monthly. Too early on some of the other economics, but around a $2,000 to $3,000 lifetime value. Team of 8 based in remote locations. Brennan, thank you for taking us to the top.
Yeah, thank you, David.